Today I'm going to introduce to you the Gadlee P110 scrubber. It's a new machine on the market. It fundamentally comes in two sizes. The first size obviously is an 85 centimetre scrubber, which is what most people will go through, what we believe 90% of the market will run through. And option two, you can go with a 70 centimetre narrow scrubber if that's the way you want to go. The machine is basically designed to run for 5 to 6 hours non-stop on one set of full discharge batteries, and the machine itself will cover 5,100 square metres per hour coverage. It's an industrial scrubber, so it's designed to be used indoors and outdoors. Great machine for on use of terrazzo marble floors, great in facilities like gymnasiums and scrubbing timber, as well as shopping centres and warehouses. So the machine is designed to virtually scrub any floor that's available or on the market at the moment. Okay, so a couple of things that we get asked quite often is how big are the tanks? Okay, the machine has two tanks, the solution tank down the bottom here and the recovery tank up here. The solution tank is 105 litres and the recovery tank is 110 litres. So that should give you 2 to 2.5 hours of continuous use, subject to the amount of water that you put down on the machine. So the way the machine essentially works is you have an operator that sits in this position, presses the brushes and the vacuum on. Water gets dispersed to the brushes, they scrub the ground, then a big squeegee at the back here, think of it as a super sucker, sucks all the water up and puts it up into the dirty water tank. And what I will do in a moment is just run you through what's inside the machine so you've got a limited understanding of a quick overview on what we can do about the machine. So here we go. So the machine itself has two brushes. So these are the brushes as I pull them out. Here they are. They have two brushes. They are available in different bristles, from a nylon to an abrasive brush, where you can use a pad if you want to scrub different types of floors. The machine has two motors that push down and power the machine itself. The motors up above there are 500 watt each to basically drive the machine. These brushes here spin at 140 RPM and they'll put 30 kilos of down pressure on the brush when it's scrubbing. So they're spinning at 140 RPM, 140 times a minute, with a maximum down pressure of 30 kilograms, which will give you what you want. What basically happens is the machine with the two brushes scrub. They take all of the dirt off the floor and all the water gets channeled back to the squeegee, which is this part here. If we come back here, we have a squeegee, and this is what's doing all the work. So this here is a squeegee. Okay, it's a rust-proof squeegee. You have two blades, a front and rear blade. All the water gets trapped up through there, goes up into there, through the hose and up into the tank. As the water comes up into the tank here, this will open up. And here is your recovery tank. These yellow parts are something the operators have to clean. So that's a debris basket, as you can see in there. It's a bit of dirt up in there. They take that out and clean it. When that's cleaned, it goes back in. And these two areas here is basically to mitigate any chemical or high foam from going into the vacuum motor to destroy it. So these are just features that are put on the machine to make sure that you eliminate the maintenance man coming out to visit you. Okay, when it comes to discharging the water, it simply comes out like this, and we can dump it on the ground by that opening up. We can kink these hoses like so, and water will just fly out so we don't get splashed. Then we put it back in like so. It comes up here. As we look down here, we have a sight gauge to allows us how much water we have in the tank. That's our clean water. So as that goes down, the operator can see how much water he's got there. When I open up the covers, this opens up like this. So this one here is a lithium battery pack. It's 24 volt and 200 amp as the battery pack itself. The machine will run for 6 hours, and the advantage of a lithium battery pack, you have extended lifetime and quick recharge time. Option two, if you don't want to go a lithium battery pack, there is 6 4-volt batteries which give you 24 volt. And the advantage of that, obviously, it's simple, easy. You don't have any limitations with a lithium. So you have a choice, whichever way you want to go. If you want high use, quick charge, lithium. If you want standard conventional use, which is typically in a warehousing or supermarket operation, go with an AGM. AGMs generally are cheaper to buy, lithium more expensive. There's pros and cons of both of those machines. When it comes to filling up the machine, we have a solution tank. Water goes in there, And if you have a hose, we can pop it straight in there. Okay, over here, these are the drive tyres. They're a high caliber, non-marking tyre, so you won't get scuff marks on the floors. So that's actually a really, really cool design. Down here we have these protectors in case something was to hit the machine, but also to stabilise the bar to make sure that you don't roll the machine as you're working. If you come over this way, you can see the driving lights down here. Okay, gives the operator access when they're driving, they can see where they're going. It also allows oncoming traffic to see anyone that comes along. Okay, the machine is fitted with a flashing light, which is here, and therefore anyone coming past can see the machine in operation. That's essentially the machine, but if you come down here, this is the cockpit or the dash panel. As I sit on the machine, over here we have an emergency stop button. We have a speed controller, so we can vary the speed from very slow to very fast. We have a horn. We have our lights on or lights off. Forward direction forward, reverse, brushes down, brushes up, and we can vary our water levels here. We can vary our water levels here. We can increase or decrease our water levels here, and our vacuum fan here. So all we essentially need to do is turn our fan on and adjust our water. But if we don't want to go through all that hassle, we simply press this button and everything works in tandem. Brushes are on, squeegee's on, and the water starts pumping on the ground. So if you don't want any operator training, all you've got to tell your operators is press that button and just drive and come back in 2 hours' time, which is pretty clever, especially when you're scrubbing car parks and whatnot. So it's heavy duty and robust enough. The vehicle itself has a really smooth drive, so the motor itself is really highly rated, as I'll show you in a moment, and it's super comfortable. Your high visibility, extremely comfortable, so it allows for the jars and inevitable knocks as you go along with different terrain, whether concrete, terrazzo, ceramic. I'll put the machine together and I'll show you the machine working. If you see here, I've adjusted the water. Less, more. Okay, everything's on. All I do is put my foot on the accelerator and drive. This again. Cleaning duties are finished. No operator training, simple, efficient, and great for managers. I've pressed the green button again, everything comes up, water gets turned off, the vacuum runs for 5 seconds after I've stopped so I don't leave a big pool of water behind, and the cleaning is done. All I'm then left to do is discharge the water, empty it out, refill it, allow then for the next operator to come along and do his duties. Thanks for watching.